Hi. It has been just about a month since the last time I entered the house. And the reason for that's pretty simple. I sort of lost sight of what I was trying to pursue. It felt like the mysteries were too far, too abstract, or like I didn't have the pieces. So I decided to step back and just sort of review everything. Let it all settle in my mind and see what I can come up with in terms of everything I understand. Part of that's why this stream is later than normal time. I'm late by like 15 minutes and I apologize, but I was busy annotating some notes. So there are a lot of things we were trying to do, a lot of things that happened, a lot of things that didn't happen. And I think I'm going to enter and then denote to you the stuff that occurred or that I'm thinking about right now, because I need to sort of get back in the groove. It has been a month. So, without further ado, let us begin. All right, now that we've begun, the ado may continue. So, there are a handful of grand overarching mysteries and some minor mysteries that I think might be more important than I initially thought, or that I could start contemplating more. First off, and perhaps the most responsible thing for me to pursue, is the missing many memos. There are a few we still don't have, and I am very interested in finishing off our collection. Ones that were missing that I've successfully noted down: Chamber of Mirrors, Boiler Room, Pump Room, Sauna, Coat Check Freezer, Classroom, and the Blue Throne. Particularly interested in the Blue Throne because that one's been locked behind us doing a whole lot of stuff. You have to imagine that that one's going to be a note, assuming you're smart and very informed. So I'm looking forward to that. We have the Scepter. It is on blue. We also have the King Banner. We could try in tactics. Like, I want to see if we can just sort of force that room to exist. But for right now, let's just begin normal style. We have bonuses. We will take the bonuses, and we'll just sort of try and regain our rusty instincts on how to manage the estate well. Estate management's kind of important for things. Notes management and stream management also pretty important. But that's okay. Okay, initial rooms, root cellar, we could dig. Special floor cans could cost steps instead of gems. No thank you. Let's go tool shed. So I've been thinking, ooh, shovel and hammer. We're off to a good start in terms of tools. So, many memos, always an objective. We still got memos outlying. I want to know what they say. Next up, we always want to get the observatory because we are filling out the spiral. And that can only lead to further benefits somehow, some way. Third, and this one's the one that required a lot of deep introspection. I have come to accept that the Sanctum Key is not in the second parlor place. But that means that we need to go back to the drawing board in terms of where it could possibly be. And I have a renewed old theory. I briefly posited the possibility, if I go to the room directory real quick, that the final Sanctum Key, the last room of 8, could be referring to filling up the Mechanarium with all 8 possible rooms. I, at the time, dismissed it because I didn't think there were 8 mechanical rooms to fill the mechanarium with. Like, I go to here, scroll through the list, there's utility, boiler, pump, security, workshop, laboratory. That's 6. And then finally, the mechanarium is 7. So there is not an 8th to get. But over the break, I realized that, well, a thing I noticed by just using the mechanarium is that the rooms will start being diagonal if the mechanarium is boxed in. Meaning that if we put the mechanarium in the corner, we don't need 8 gear rooms. We only need 6. If we make it a dead end with rooms on all sides, we'd only need 5. That could put us in range. It doesn't have to be all 8 doors existing. It could just be the last of the diagonals. So we got a little bit of renewed hope for the Sanctum key. I've also been contemplating the coat of arms a bit more, because that's still an annoyingly mysterious mystery. And it annoys me in just how mysterious it is. I don't have any new conclusions to share, I just am thinking about it again. It's on the list of mysteries to solve. Oh, there's the observatory break room also available. I would like to turn right immediately, and I would like to see the skies. What you got for us? Pair of chests, good for sledge and our return trip, a free gem, and add a word to Spiral of Stars, then gain 1 key and 1 gem. Okay. So free key, free gem. Walk-in closet, mailroom, closed exhibit. We have the security thing, so we could just let that happen. I think I would like... Well, truthfully, I think I would like an excuse to just sort of walk backwards. So I'll take mailroom, go back to the entrance hall, and head north. Open the 2 boxes on the way. Anything in here for me? Doesn't look like it. Off we go. Take this apple to replenish a little bit. Open these. What do you got for me? Keys and gems. Oh, it's happy to have keys and gems. Guy's bedroom is clear. We're looking for something to maybe turn left. The kitchen is a nice option. The kennel would be good if I picked a different opener, because we have a shovel now. Let's go kitchen for good step economy in the future. Let's see, glazed salmon. Plus 20 if you have an aquarium. I've been meaning to log down all of the different dining room meals, just to log them, because one of the blue notes of the many memos told us exactly how many there are. I'm particularly liking that we're not filling the house, because I want to make sure that we are getting the best odds we can for the throne later on. And that would be filling the house with everything else best we can. Commissary. Hopefully it's selling gems or keys. Set of gems, bananas, keys. I'll leave the bananas in case we get a salt shaker or some other grand benefit. I will accept closed exhibit here. The T-junction on the back side of the house, and we can use it to get some bonus. Ladyship's chamber is tempting. Especially because we haven't actually gotten either of those rooms yet. It could also have the telescope, which might give us more spiral progress. It does! Lovely. Miss out on kennel a little bit, but I'm happy with what we've done. I don't know yet. Okay, garage is expected. Workshop could be a free item. Dormitory after draft. We haven't gotten a draft room yet. Let's do workshop. Also important for our memos is that we get pool, because a lot of the many memos we don't have are locked behind our lack of, well, are locked behind drafting the pool. This is a bit further than I was expecting to go. Parlor game is always nice. Let's see what's on the table today. All 3 boxes contain gems. That's a lie. The other 2 boxes contain gems. That's a lie. This box contains gems. That's the truth. This, I think we've looped around to the games being easy, or they're trying to play mind games on me. Maybe it realizes I haven't been here in a while and it's trying to throw me a softball. I appreciate it. Okay. I don't particularly think our room economy is all that bad right now. I mean, our gem economy is fantastic. Let's go servant quarters, get a few extra keys so that we don't have to worry about it going forward. And then we can just go backwards. The classic foundation strap. The classic foundation strats you've come to know and love. We did not get Salt Shaker and we won't be back for a while, so I will buy these bananas and proceed. Once we get a bit closer to the 8th rank, I will activate the crown. But we're not there yet. The reason I decided to resume blueprints today is because I felt this sense of awkward, like, oh no, I'm not going to make progress because I don't know what I'm doing anymore. But I decided that today I just needed something simple and relaxing to do. And making possibly no progress in blueprints is fine, because it's just sort of something we need to just grind out. The spirals just requires days to progress. Attempts at the memo are mostly luck at this point, with a little bit of manipulation, but it all comes down to luck. So I can't guarantee that we're going to make, like, grandiose progress today. I won't make some big breakthrough, possibly. All I know is that I'm here, casually meandering around this big old house thing. Chapel lose $1 or dining room for future food economy? I'm going with the dining room. We want future food economy. And I would like, I mean, the trophy room's fantastic, but I would like the break room guaranteed to exist so I don't have to worry about it later. It could also give us some spare keys. Just checking. Okay. 10-4 is 14. 10, I gotta remember what these colors associate with. It's the cooler numbers that are the first two, plus and minus. So 10 minus 4 is 6, times 3 is 18. 8 plus 13 is 21, minus 1 is 20, divided by 5 is No, times 5 is 100 divided by 10 is 10. We're good. Free silver key. A room with many doors. Hello. Alright, we could head north at this point, but I would like to fill out the bottom of the house. More rooms out of the draft. More options for us. Boiler room is one of the rooms we do not have the memo for, at least as far as my note. So I will instead take servant spare quarters. We can forego a locksmith today. We do not need the lockpick for this. We're just doing good. Any memo room is good for us. I don't like that this is a dead end, but I'm also very hesitant to use my items. So I will pick bedroom closet and accept a metal detector. Thank you. Alright, we're out of corridors to pass through. We are going to simply have to... Oh, it's detecting the lunchbox. No, thank you. Okay, now we need to spread out in terms of hallways to go. We need more pathing. Then the gymnasium is a steep step cost. But I'll take it. Doot, doot, doot. Okay. That's a free reroll. I'll take it. We are on rank 6. It might be soon enough. Oh, that definitely. I'm going to activate the crown now. Sorry, the banner of the king. We're going blue today. And then we head north. See what we find. Here's Rotunda. That could be good for strategizing these next rooms. We can now go to the center room. And my plan here is to use the prism key, hoping that it will activate on the throne, given that the throne is a... Oh, it didn't let me use the key. Okay. Mechanarium is too early. And we don't have enough rooms for it. We could rotate. These floor plans cannot currently be rotated. I'm gonna go with the study as a backup reroll plan. Part of me is compelled to maybe like burn the skies, but we can't even do that anymore. The free gem makes it okay. This is a good opportunity for a rotate, get that laboratory spun that way, and let's see what science we can do today. I'm not sure what science we want to do. We don't care about the stars anymore. Well, I guess we do if we want to have both the spiral and the inkwell. Add gold to the library. Set dice to 2. Let's go for security as dice. I know we could add more money to the allowance, but that's diminishing returns at this point. But rerolls, I can work with rerolls. I won't check for any new mail right now because Oh, hey. Surprised at the lack of blue. Okay, both of these have outlying memos. So which one do we want to do? I'm tempted to do freezer because it's rarer, but it would also cut us off from getting more options. So I choose boiler room. Experiment successful. Oh, yep, okay, so I was right. We get to reroll, then we get to rescroll. Alright, what's the memo in here? Let's take a look. You memoed, or you memoed? Where would they hide a memo? You have to be careful. Memos are well hidden. Part of me suspects it's in, like, the elevator. Some were posted on the great cylinder of the center boiler itself, maybe on the back of one of these panels that we could cycle through. Not many places it can hide, but boy, can it. Hello? We are on rank 8. This is a blue room. Memo should be around. We just need to find it. Let's do some experimentation. I'm still just looking. Well, first and foremost, we're in the boiler room. Let's activate the boiler. Power up. There you go. Ignition! So... let's start spinning some pipe. You're activated, you're just funneling that. We could rotate it to this pipe, which could activate the elevator. And I've got my suspicions about the elevator. Now, if we deactivate the elevator, will it stay down here? It will. I think that's the ideal circumstance. Because now we can check the top of the elevator. Secrets behind the elevator wall? Hello, 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 hello. No. Remember to look up. There's plenty of up that could be happening. I do want to try and cycle the panels. I don't really know what the panels are nor what they do, but I want to cycle them. I mean, I know they block me from pressing that button, but what else can they do for us? Does one of these perhaps have a memo? How do I know if they've cycled through? Oh, I mean, I guess that could be them cycling through. Any of you got a memo on the back? doesn't look like it. Any memo hidden in the recesses of things? Okay, if this is not going to actually do what I want it to do, then we can go back to an actually fueled configuration. This powers the door, but we don't care about powering the door. We care about powering the extendo flappy thing. Oh, here it is. Found it. The high-pressure condenser box is connected to not one, but 2 remote power boxes. Let me jot that down. The high-pressure condenser is connected to not 1, but 2 remote power boxes. Now, if that thing is referring to the red box, then we know what those 2 are. That's the, that would be the, let's say, the upper gear room area and the tunnel room. Let's say a tunnel door. Which means that there should be no others. That's good intel. I'll forward that over to my list later. Alright, next up, boiler room this way. Silver key, hoping for the blue room. That's the pool. I'm a little conflicted. Part of me wants to reroll. Part of me wants to just accept that we're getting the pool in the draft and can get more memos out of it. And these boxes. Okay, next room we're drafting on rank 8. We are re-rolling like crazy. And then we're going to come back here, unlock that security door, and win more. We gotta go there. We could go north to remove rooms from the draft. Just, you know, rooms that we don't want around. And, you know, getting more gear rooms, we could get the Machinarium as like a last-ditch awesome measure. Pump room is one of the rooms we need. So we're gonna go trophy for just 8 gems, and then this will give us like superpower to reroll, which I intend to use to its fullest extent. Back in the lab, back in the rotunda. Time to rotate. I tried to make that some sort of pun on pronunciation, but rotate is just the word you use. It didn't work. Hello, another break room. We could rotate to go north. And I will do so. Means that we've got a double break room situation, but that's fine. I will simply not solve this one because 11 keys is plenty. Oh, this is an unfortunate circumstance. We don't have a way to access further into the Chamber of Mirrors, and therefore we could technically go north from Chapel, but that's a big ask. I will redraw. Office, Dovecote, Kennel, all rooms that we already have. I will redraw. All the rooms we already have, I will redraw. We don't have coat check. I will, I do this, I run out of rooms. We have a lot of rerolls on this specific draft. I want to use them to our best possibility. I want preferably something beyond the pool. Like the pump room. No. Okay, reroll with gems. It's throwing me another bone here. Fine. We'll just hope for really good North Chapel. I'll take the freezer. Give me the memo in the freezer. It just occurred to me that... Oh, yeah, I may have made a mistake. Okay, likely circumstances, the memo is either in that side of the room, or it's just otherwise stuck behind ice and I can't see it, and I've made a terrible mistake. I may need to find, like, a furnace. Okay, one thing we can be confident of, it's probably not in here. Because of our limited access capability, we would see it if it was in here. I think it's in there. So we just need to generate a furnace. We could also really use a sauna because I'm froze. I've made mistakes. But now I know what those mistakes look like, so it's okay, I think, maybe. Alright, hope here is just that the rolls will go well and we get as north as possible. It's going surprisingly well. Problem here is any room that I think I would care to get is going to be locked behind the ice. So what if we back up quickly? We got plenty of steps today. I'm gonna try to go south of the den and see if we can't just get like a lucky furnace. Or sauna. I'll accept the sauna. I'll accept it. Failure. Okay, wait, this is a dead end situation. How many gear rooms do we have right now? 1, 2, 3. Laboratory, boiler, workshop. Rotunda's not a gear room as much as I really wish it was. Wait. Laboratory, boiler, security, workshop. That's 4. Mechanarium is 5, and this is a dead end. So it would be room we entered, none of these, corner. This could be it. Okay, what's behind doors numbers 1 through 4? Oh. Well, I'm not sad about this. There's antechamber left, which we can get to. What about you? Another silver key. We had a silver key earlier today. Okay, okay. I shouldn't have dismissed that idea so soon, but I didn't think it was possible yet. Okay. Alright. I feel a little better about this. This is accomplishing one of the, like, personal goals that I wanted to achieve long time ago. All the Sanctum keys. Oh, that was the wrong attempt at access. Please exit real quick. Let me insert this. Alright, what did we win today? Aquarium? How do you upgrade aquarium? Oh. Oh. Okay, so Goldfish Aquarium. Aquarium is every color of room plus 10 money. Starfish Aquarium. Aquarium is every color of room plus 1 star. We don't need stars. We just need triggers of looking at the sky. So maybe we don't need Starfish Aquarium as much as it is like permanent increase. Plus, we can always get stars from the experiments. Electric Eel Aquarium. Aquarium is every color of room power supply. Well, power source. You know what's funny about this? There are 7 gear rooms that I know of up to this point. And this would make it an 8th. Which means that we could have natively gotten all 8 mechanariums if this upgrade was gotten already. Which means I assume this is door 7 we got the upgrade disc behind. We get all the gear rooms with Machinarium last. Then we upgrade to Electric Eel Aquarium, and then we could do the 8-door Machinarium without having to use dead ends. Either way, I think I like this. It just makes this objectively Boiler Room Deluxe. And I guess if we want those kind of rooms, this okay. Another situation is that this manipulates the distribution of rooms once we go through Aquarium. Because the moment we go into Aquarium, it will start generating power and it'll do the boiler thing where it makes rooms that take power more likely. That scares me, but I think it's okay. I think just having a power source on demand easier is cool. I just think it's cool. I'm picking this because I think it's cool. Because it is. It does not retroactively activate there. I was wondering. I wanted to... Because it's right there, I was thinking, hey, we could use that to manipulate odds for the furnace, thus melting the freezer and thus allowing me to get the dang memo. But it doesn't retcon the room. Okay, wine cellar, conference room, music room. Well, the only thing that gives us more options is conference, and I'm going for... Well, I think at this point I'm looking for a sauna this far away from the freezer. Reroll. Reroll. Planetarium it is. I will not actually be calling it a day in there, but we're out of options. Okay, I think I need to accept that the run has been frozen at this juncture. The only thing that could possibly save us is a miraculous pull of getting the furnace right next to the aquarium. Well, from the aquarium. Outside of that, I should just accept my losses and go to the antechamber. Not the antechamber, the inner sanctum. Get the key, get the sanctum, and win. I went the wrong way. I'm not worried about being able to reach the inner sanctum. Dining room's right there. Shouldn't be difficult. I mean, it'll be tight, but it's within budget. Hello, puppy. Oh! Coat Check has returned to give us a saving grace. Another mini memo we can add to the mini memo collection. Let's see here. There's like nowhere you could hide it. So where'd you put it? Oh. It's here. Coat Check is drawn slightly more often the day after checking a new item. Interesting. Coat check. Coat check is slightly more likely the day after checking a new item. Now, can we cheese that by receiving the item and then just putting it back in? How would we even test that? Speaking of which, what should I? If we could cycle telescope, this would be a great boon for the spiral. I will not do so right now because we haven't even used the telescope today. Our objective right now will be to go to the dining room, eat the dining room food, run back to the... run to the inner sanctum. Have dinner. We have aquarium, so have benefit. I'll enjoy a lunch. Okay. Inner sanctum. From there, the final sanctum key. Okay, I gotta dust off my notes for the realms here. Yeah, we could go back to room 46 if we had any reason to go back to room 46. Orarica. I mean, I'm pulling it anyway because, you know, it's a lever to pull. It is done. The final door. The final test. Now let me metaphorically dust off my notes. Hold on a second. I gotta check. Alright, I checked. So, there's some stuff we don't know, but there's also stuff we know very confidently. Hold on, I realized I need additional notes. Because I remembered, I got my notes for what each realm is about. I did not get my notes for what the symbols represent. That's kind of important. Okay, so we are nearly 100% certain, I'm extremely confident about this, that we want academic. Everything we've heard about Costa Rica is associated with its schooling system. Okay, then the weather is almost certainly snow. Snow is associated with the dotted lines. There's our snow. Here comes the problem. I do not know what their associated method of travel is. I don't know. Now, the only thing I do know is that Costa Rica is... Okay, well, no, Arch Aries is the mountainous one. I feel like I've gotten the mental association that Costa Rica is as well. Wonder why that is. Outside of that, we do know that the color is going to be orange, and that's the triangle, so... At this point, we can just sort of guess and check. Let's start with some of the... I mean, it's not likely to me in my mind that it would be naval travel, because Costa Rica, just geographically, if I bring up the atlas separately, just look at that and see what I think they would be using. Well, I suppose it is actually very long. Very long continent. It's the Moravian shenanigan. It could be large enough to rely... Actually, now that I'm looking at the atlas in detail, there are long stretches of mountain range across the entire north-south divide of Costa Rica. It could be the case that those are used for, like, rough terrain passage, or it could be the case that to circumvent those, naval travel is heavily preferred. I will test, and we'll just sort of, like, just go through all the options. Guessing and checking is fine. I've gotten the gist of it. Alright, confirmed not naval. Let's try roads. Might just justify roads because of how big it is. You just need a lot of travel. But it does mean we're gonna have to cycle the color around all the way. I'll do it. There we go. I didn't expect it to be anything surprising. Hello. Beautiful. Nice little furnace. Nice little snow-topped tree. Is that like a natural formation, or is this like a clay representation? There have been fewer and fewer opportunities the further we travel up into the mountains to attend to my correspondence, and I find myself regretting having brought so many books as it's the first realm I visited without orders. Here, every person is expected to carry their own belongings, and if you can't, you throw away that which is expendable. It's looking like I'll be bringing back less souvenirs than I had planned. I never expected to appreciate the cold, but the frigid weather here is a welcome relief coming from the sweltering shores of Vera. Herbert. P.S. I ended up forsaking all but one of my books. Tragic. Tragic indeed. Mora Ven, Mount Holly Estate in care of Mrs. Babbage, Reddington Fen, Aries 63080, Mount Ifros? Is it Ifros? Ephros? There's a letter obstructed and I'm struggling. No, Mount Ifros. There's that E. Same Mount. Mount Ifros, Costa Rica, School of Drafting. Lovely. So yeah, you went from Vera to here. Good to know. I mean, I already figured out all that. Look. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And that's all the realms, and here's the final Morajai realm box. Far from the port towns of the lesser islands, the academics of Costa Rica were among the last strongholds where the puzzle box fad spread. Unlike other realms whose regional rule variations emerged organically over time, the students of Costa Rica designed orange tiles by committee, voting on student-submitted designs and picking the one they felt best represented the realm. When these tiles are pressed, if the majority of adjacent tiles share a color, then the pressed tile will change to that color. So they used democracy to make their mechanism democracy. This is going to be interesting because for the most part, what we're trying to do is keep the oranges alive for this. Oh, I thought this was the Rotato, but I think that's pink. Here's our swapper. Here's our shuttler. My plan is to do a complicated dance of swapping and shuttling. To send you... I have almost made a catastrophic mistake. Shuttle. Huh, this is actually turning out to be a little more tricky than I was expecting. How about we descend rapidly and try another approach? Because ultimately we want... Oh, I see it. I see it. Do I see it? This is tricky. Maybe we put a... That looks promising. Except that this is in a corner, but we can fix that. Ha ha ha! Good, I fixed it. Allowance token acquired. Mission accomplished. Hello, Thega. Was there a problem? Sorry, I was busy embroiled in the puzzle. What's going on here? Okay, you're gonna have to give me context because I didn't start reading your messages until I finished up there. I can't really close the box to demonstrate if you're referring to the box at least. Okay, so the goal of the box is that there's a particular color for each box that you need to get into the four corners. Pressing a tile of a certain color will do a certain thing based on the color. For the case of the black one, it moves all the ones on its row to the right, cycling around. The purple one will swap itself with the one below it, and the green one will swap itself with the piece on the opposite side of the board. So I just had to manipulate those around to get the orange, in this case, into the four corners of the box, and that was the victory condition. You sort of pick up the rules from all the other boxes around. There's a lot of boxes around. Here's another box, and each one sort of gives you a brief description as to what the heck, like, violet tiles are pressed, they move south. This is swapping it with the one below it. Like, there's a whole cavalcade of rules together. Ironically, the one for orange was to avoid using the orange tiles as much as possible. But with this, we have become Master of the Realms. The Trophy of Sigils in recognition of visiting 8 realms in 8 months. That's a funny cat, because I didn't visit those 8 realms. Herbert did. He's the one who wrote the postcards. But we won. I'm really happy about that, though. That is a puzzle that has been bothering me for so long that I haven't had the last key. And now I got the last key, and now it's locked in. That is an entire arc of puzzle I've just solved. Not to say it's the last one, but it is an arc. I don't know where the end of this game is. I have reason to believe that it may not end, despite the fact that I can't imagine a finite game holding infinite puzzles. Especially when the puzzles are so well designed and tuned and interlocked and stuff. But that was the culmination of at least one plot line of puzzle, which I am going to call the realm puzzles. Here's an example of another plot line that I'm still trying to figure out. Numeric cores. I acknowledge their existence, but I do not know what the heck to do with any of them. But I do remember what I read. So like, that seems like the key to something. I just haven't found the lock yet. Is the problem. Okay, while I'm here, contemplate what I'm doing. The house is effectively done. So what I should do is go to the observatory, use the telescope, maybe go back to the coat check, put the telescope in there, then go to a break room, and then call it a day, so that we get security pass tomorrow. To give you a brief rundown on the mysteries I'm trying to solve, there is this, like, mysterious infinite spiral of stars that every time we see it, it gains a new word as part of, like, its great power. So I'm trying to fill that out by looking at the stars as much as possible. I just finished that sigil key thing, and I'm also trying to find all the blue memos in the blue rooms, which requires that the rooms be on rank 8. Still a few outlying. That's my focus right now. Okay, first off, observatory, we have a telescope so we can look at the stars again today. Like so. I guess that this will do nothing because our supplies are frozen. Add a word to Spiral of Stars, then gain 1 key and 1 gem for... Oh my goodness, it It might be like for each something. That's exciting. That's also scary. Okay, mailrooms check. Entrance hall. We could go to a break room. We will need to go to the Foundation regardless of what break room we do, whether or not we do the coat check. Also, I guess we could open these for absolutely no benefit whatsoever. Yeah. Like, why bother? There's no more rooms to draft. I can't hold more gems or money. They've been frozen. My finances are not liquidated. So, back in we go, into the cycle of everything. Still, though, getting that key, big win. Any amount of more memos, good. Any amount of more stars acquired, good. But now we need to make a choice. Do we think it is more likely that we get the telescope reliably from her mistress's quarters, chambers, or from coat check? In truth, I don't know. It changes the equation. It changes the strategy. Coat check is obnoxiously uncommon. Rarity is standard, though. But as long as we can cycle telescope reliably, putting it in coat check, I think, is a benefit. Hey, puppy, I don't remember which one you are. I would like if they came with name tags, just some way to differentiate them. If they had, like, a collar or scarf and they were color-coded, and then when you got the memo that gives you their names, the names were color-coded as well. Because I just know what the names of the 4 dogs are, but not which dog is which dog. Give me that. Alright, check the telescope. Mission accomplished. Step back to the break room and take a break. Yeah, you go take a nap too, puppy. All 4 dogs available today. That is nice to see. Sometimes one's gone off to do who knows what. Probably sleep in a different room. Maybe dig a hole. Okay, we are in a break room. Confirmed. Call it a day. A very successful first day return. Now that I know that the next word in the thing is 4, I'm expecting tomorrow's word to be each. The money being frozen means you cannot spend it, but you get to keep it into tomorrow. So it's a trade-off. You're locking it in, unusable today, but get to use it tomorrow, because usually you start with nothing tomorrow. Perplexing Hunting Lodge of Tomorrow. Now, I got the freezer with the hopes of reading the special memo inside. Unfortunately, it's behind a wall of ice, and I couldn't melt the ice with what I had today. Which means that was a failure, which means we're going to have to go back there eventually. Right now, the list of rooms that we don't have the memos for are a bunch of ones locked behind the pool. We got coat check, so check that off the list. Freezer, sauna, pump room, various classrooms, and, well, you know, the blue one. There's a lockpick, so keys are good today. Compass is naturally back in rotation because we took it out of the coat check. Take our allowance. We now have exactly 160 money. A benefit of having our stuff frozen yesterday. We have a lot more gems and money to work with today, which is good. We are not going to be wanted for the basic resources. What I do want for things to go my way. Shelter protects you from the negative effects of the next 3 red rooms drafted. Or special program floor plan. Why did I say programs? Special floor plans now cost additional steps instead of money. No items for trade. I'll go shelter. Not going to bother entering shelter. What's it going to give me? A gem? Remote access to do an experiment? Actually, now I think about it, that would have been nice. But we proceed with what we have always been doing. Making our way through the house. Doing the tactics. We tend to draft bedroom a lot as the very first room of the house. Either that or like Geist room. We do still want keys, so we do still want to activate bedroom benefits. Like so. So Geist bedroom will get us the rerolls. We are looking for servant spare quarters or spare bedroom. Too many synonyms for rooms of particular types. There's the observatory. Is the next word each? I'm betting the next word is each. It is each. That, depending on what it's the each of, that could go big. That could go real big. That could perform a large. Do we want to just tunnel haphazardly to the other side of the house real quick? Let's just walk our way over. This is perhaps an irresponsible move, but it's also very funny, so I don't mind. Okay, we're starting to get to the higher ranks, so I will peel off Pure Tunnel. We don't have any hammer or shovel. And Coryard has not come through with any of those. I'm going to pick Garage because it's very important that we have some keys in the event that our lockpick fails. Oh, it's showing no signs of stopping yet. Okay, we're back at rank 8. We could just go for it. Just really, really just go crazy and hope we get some nice room 8s. I didn't even try the lockpick. Okay, none of these are what we want, and we want something that at least turns. That's the... Then it turns... Really go for like a dovecoat, or just something that turns to the right, please. Well, this ain't good. Another strategic blunder I've made is that we don't even have the pool. So a lot of the rooms I'm looking for with the memos aren't even here. At the very least, get mailroom, cycle the intel for the future. Okay, if this room is a bust, we're just gonna head back down and do something more responsible. Let's do an experiment. Alright. Each different antechamber. Unseal an antechamber door. Set dice to 2. What's set dice to do with upgraded floor plans? ignoring the fact that I can't pronounce anything today. Okay, value. Atticus value. Okay, 8 items. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Very cool, very cool. No shovel, though. Questionable what we can accomplish like this. Okay, start making our way all the way back. We don't have the showroom, but I will still eat dinner. And I will still enjoy a lunch. I think I fundamentally blundered the strategy for today. Though pool makes up for it. No sledge. We leave. Okay. Having tunneled our way into locking off the entirety of the first half of the West Wing and getting nothing to show for it, we're stuck with no key and little anything else. So we're going to need to work hard to fix this problem. And a break room locked in helps alleviate the pain, especially because it will give us some keys. -3 times 1 is 3, squared is 9. -3 squared is 9, to correct myself. Okay, 10 minus 4 is 6. Squared is 36, rounded to the nearest 10 is 40, divided by 10 is 4. Two squared is 4. Great. Oh wow, this will be great for all the secret garden that we can't get to. Actually, I think you can do a secret garden on the East Wing. I just never do. Oh, we're locked off everywhere here. Time to go to the Foundation. Hilarious first day. Not first day, just day. Hilarious day today. Poor decisions. Poor decisions. I forgot the first rule of drafting strategy. Do good. Ba-da-ba-ba-da. Ba-da-do-do-do-do-do-do. Fortunately, break room strats always coming in to help and alleviate the pain of my blunders. A lot of blunders, a lot of pain alleviated. Thank you, break room. Alright, let's get to work. Well, there's the sauna. We still want to get the memo out of the sauna. We still need to hold off. Music room for some keys. I accept. Car key. Not what we want. Regular key. What we want. We need, like, the commissary ASAP. Or a locksmith. Locksmith would be great. More options is acceptable. I fear the loss of our key supply. I know we have a lockpick today, but we cannot rely on it. At any moment, it could fail us. The solution in my mind... Well, this stinks. Fine. This is a weird day. Okay, lockpick, we're leaning on you pretty hard now. Locker room! That helps a little bit. And metal detector will make acquiring said keys easy. Comparatively. Don't use the keys here, though. Weight room is a disaster for us right now. We cannot accept it. Not like we care. Pump room is too low. We want it on rank 8. Library. We can order a book. How about we do the fixed stars? How about we draft the 6s? Okay, office, classroom, study. Study is a gamble. We could also re-roll for an upgraded thing. Well, there's another break room. More keys! We want more keys. And more re-rolls thanks to the experiment. Okay. 1 times 20 is 20. (23 minus 20 is 3. Okay, let's see here. 31 invert is 13. Okay, that worked how I was hoping it worked. Had to remember. Alright, be on the lookout for keys. Spread in locales. But only in locales in the past. Parlor for gems or drafting studio to just walk forward. Upgraded aquarium. That counts. So how's this work now? Oh, that's how that works now. Sure. Sure, I believe that. Free coin. Ooh, it's a little low for Sana. We want it on rank 8, not rank 7, but this is looking pretty good for us. I'm optimistic. Ooh, security door. Happy to see it. Okay, power directed here. Do we get... Not using it. Pump room confirmed. Let's get that memo. Alright. Where are you hiding a memo? Not many places to hide a memo. It's a very sparse room. I expect it'll just be slapped on a tank or something. Maybe around the edge here. No luck so far. Some sort of structural support. Maybe up high where people don't often look. Wedged behind the pump tank, the boiler powered tank. this edge of the reserve pipe. No, no, no. Surprisingly, oh, there it is. It was hidden under a pipe. The massive reservoir below Mount Holly receives a natural filtration from the continuous flow of fresh water from 2 neighboring underground springs, before making its dramatic exit via a waterfall on the south-facing cliff. That's a complicated statement, huh? Let's see here. Pump room. The reservoir receives a natural filtration from the constant flow of 2 neighboring freshwater springs before dramatically exiting via a waterfall on the south-facing cliff. Okay, I guess that's just sort of an explanation as to how all the water's working. Neat. Glad to have it. Free key. Very pricey key. Sauna! Sauna! Today is a good day for memos. Alright, memo me. There is, like, nowhere to be hiding. This room is a cube. There we go. Saunas are commonplace in both businesses and residences in Costa Rica. That makes complete sense. After all, it is very cold there. Sauna. Saunas are commonplace in both businesses and residences in Costa Rica. I feel informed. Alright, what does that do to the list of outlying rooms? Sauna is checked. Pump room is checked. So all I'm seeing is Chamber of Mirrors, Freezer, various forms of classroom, and the blue one. We obviously can't do Freezer. Classroom, or, sorry, Chamber of Mirrors is going to be a hard ask for how bungled I've made the layout today. I'm not even sure I'm going to try for it. Which means that our only chance left would be the blue one. Or the freezer, provided we could find heating for it. I've already picked blue today. Hey, a sledge. Okay. There's no benefit to re-rolling at this point. I just need to hope we get the room. A study would make this a lot easier, because we get a lot of re-rolls out of it. So pardon me as I go quickly draft a single room in here and hope it's the study. Dare I burn my re-rolls for this? Well, clearly, I have failed. And now we are left with worse odds than we would have previously. I have no need for that key. Okay, so there are no more memos to get today, most likely. The odds that I get the proper room right here, right now, is... well, I guess in the best chance, it's like 1 in 120. Oh, look who it is. It's that room I was asking for a few seconds ago. All things considered, good day. We got more memos. Doesn't matter what room I pick. So I'll pick study as an aspect of spite. Then we want to make a journey back to the observatory. Look at the sky. Go back to the coat room. Let me just math this. Okay, so coat check's going to be easy. Break room is... This might be close. I'm going to go back to the foundation and then evaluate. How much step we have to work with. Forward, forward, right. Okay, foundation's gonna require us to do some numbers here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's say 12 just for 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 13, 14, 15, 17. Okay, so it would take about 20 with perfect movement. And we have got 38. So we don't even need perfect movement. We go back to the observatory, figure out what the word after each is, which will decide how excited I am for the local immediate future of Spiral. Running shoes would obviously make this free, but just with 40 steps, we can do this anyway. Time to observe. Telescope edition. For each what? For each what? Rank. Did it just give me... How many keys did it just give me? I feel like it gave me 8? Maybe 9? For each rank. Cool. Alright, back to the plan. I got distracted by that being confusing. I worry that as I add more words to the spiral, it will make that power worse. Like, it'll become for each rank reached or something. Because right now, just for each rank, that's 9. Could even be 10. But I think it more strictly means 9. Still, though, I have to imagine that there's some grandiose power benefit at the farthest edge of the spiral reality. So I will let the spiral fill. Telescope strats in the coat check have been paying dividends, and I will continue them. Telescope has been checked. We may leave. But in order to leave properly, we will have to go to the break room. I didn't get a single store today. Wild. Hello. Goodbye. Simple half-hour day. Got many memos. Happy for them. Gave me insights into pump room, the sauna. We've got coat check and boiler room today as well. Very little left. That does scare me though, because that means I'm running out of clues to be given. Spooky stuff. Day 138. If we get to like 4-digit days, I'm gonna start mathing out the like numeric cores. Hello, sauna. Sleeping mask is always a good benefit. I do like the bedroom strats. Especially now that we have spare quarters of the servant. All is well. Not this early. No, you can't. You can't. Okay, pantry's out of the draft. I'm accepting of that. Laboratory early. Could get an experiment running. I think I want storeroom, though, because I want my entrance hall the ability to turn left. And I would like the little extra pieces of everything we're getting here. Look for a left turn. This is a tragically incorrectly aligned observatory. As such, I will go for hallway. You may be wondering why I have not selected our outside room to start. And the answer is because, I didn't feel like it. I think I'll take chapel, because closed exhibits more powerful later ranks. After all, they won't be locked. I will take a commissary and forego the corner. Now this is the kind of resources I forgot to take my allowance. I'm gonna run back, get my allowance, then I'm gonna run outside. I'm gonna go get the outside room. I forgot. I apologize. We can also go back to monking rooms. Well, okay, we can't because I want to keep sleeping in the break room. Maybe we could experiment with some of the other blessings. Speaking of. Deep contemplation, just because we don't have any gems right now, and Hovel is right there. I'll pick Shrine. Okay, so given the nature that we don't really want Monk, we are going to have to experiment with some brand new, never-before-seen numbers. So I'm going to go with 32. While drafting, instead of picking a floor plan, you can pick a berry. If you do, draft a floor plan at random from your draft pool, disregarding the rarity. Okay, so we can ignore rarities, tactically. That might be beneficial if we want to get to the blue room without having the Solinarium in effect or something. Combine that with a lot of rerolls, and we might be able to get some good work done. Alright, I'm back. What'd I miss? I think they were selling a sledgehammer. They were. Okay, let's stock up. Get the gems. The commissary's gem supply, combined with the trophy room, is perhaps our most important sources of gem economy. Okay, so there are no more many memos we need hidden behind the pool, so we don't have to care about the pool anymore. prefer to keep these paths separate. I don't want to turn right, but I don't want the kennel right now. Barry? Oh, it picks the room for me. Oh, that's scary. That's scary. That's incredibly intimidating. I will accept the garage. It's a dead end. It solidifies things. It gives us a key supply. I thought that was a shovel. I keep thinking that's a shovel when I enter this room, but the garage does not have a shovel for me. It never does. Okay, North Chapel, North Hallway. Let's see our options here. Geist? We could really use some. Some classic reroll. That berry thing is terrifying. I'm actually looking for a dead end right here. I don't want to encroach on the Foundation's turf. So, here's a berry opportunity. Ooh, the vault. That's big cash. Cool. Lot of stuff around here. I wonder if there's any more, like, secrets to be found in the vault. If there are more vault keys. I haven't seen a vault key in a very long time. So I personally doubt it. You never know. You never know. It could be like a secret lore critical vault key. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. We only have a finite number of berries per day, I guess. Okay. Dovecoat's cool. It's better in the drawing pool. So I'll take Nook and head for the corner. If we can get the... What's the corner room? Commissary? Forget. The one that lets us change the rarities. I'll take closed exhibit. We have 8 keys. We really don't need to worry about it anymore. Doot, doot, doot. It was the conservatory. There we go. Alright, hoping to get the change of rarity of a room I care about. Let's see here. Boudoir? Free gem. It's a bedroom. We can make that commonplace. Servants' quarters... I'm gonna go standard because I'm making this commonplace. East Wing Hall... I think we always want an East Wing Hall. I think I like that manipulation. I think we have done good stuff. Doot, doot, doot. Hello. I guess if we're gonna do anything, we're gonna want to turn left and get more gems. Okay, how to play. The box? This box is a white box, that's a lie. This box is a black box, that's a lie. The blue box contains the gems, that must be the truth by process of elimination. I'm definitely starting to think that the parlor games have reset their difficulty for me. Okay, To save on steps, I'm going to pick boudoir, even though I like to pick break room on site. But if I picked break room, I would have to run out here, go to the foundation, and then start from there. And then when I'm done, I'd have to run back. So this will hopefully mean we can reach the break room with less complications. And we'll still find a break room. There's 2 in the pool. I'm sure we'll find something. I'll accept the bedroom at every opportunity. That doesn't inconvenience me. After all, we care a lot about the spare quarters and the servants within. Like so. But observatory real. Okay, we are at 7 and 14. What happens now? I suspected that would be the case. I suspected it. It's still a very good result, but it does mean that we now need to lopside for benefit the observatory as late into the run as possible, which is annoying. This is not the best option, but it is the option I am taking. You've got to be kidding me. It's too soon! It's too soon! Come back later! Oh, that stinks. It was too soon! Well, there's a break room. I'll take it. It was too soon. Okay. Well, that's a 3. 21. Minus 11 is 10. Minus 5 is 5. 27. Oh, no, sorry. It's a third of 9. So that would be 15. That's still 15 squared. Minus 21 would be... Oh, no, it's 9. Okay, no, I almost made a mistake. I was questioning myself, and I was right to question it. This is 3 plus, so it's 9, 81, 66. Ooh, I almost made a catastrophic blunder of numbers because I failed to read that it was a skinny 9. I accept this. I want to see what the memo is today. I've already got the scepter, and I don't plan on dropping it anytime soon. This also is crazy money for, I guess, buying out the showroom if we felt like it. Okay. Let's go to my box notes. Let's see here. We have a black moon. The memo is green. Those black moon green. Not written by hand. As you have always suspected, there is more to the den than meets the eye. What in the world am I supposed to make with this? As you have suspected, there is more to the den than meets the eye. According to my previous note, however, The next 3 green memos in this room are false. Which means there is not actually more to the den than meets the eye. Can't fool me. That's a red herring cleared up. Thank you very much. Okay. Throne? Throne. Okay, we're redrawing for throne. I should have... I've made mistakes. That hurts. Come on. Alright, we're burying it. Trophy room. I accept this. And check out my trophies. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of them. I am resolving my previous mistake, which was not doing that. Okay. Throne. Known. I don't have a way to turn left except going all the way back to the foundation, which stinks. And I don't think you can draft the throne on the edge of the house. That's just the suspicion I have. There's a note in here. I want to read it again. I know I wrote it down, but I want to read it again because I'm upset. This has been like the most stubbornly persistent mystery that I've had for a while. We're on rank 8. Where's the note? I never really noted down where I find the notes, just what rooms I've found notes in, so... Inconveniently, I've forgotten where it is. Secretly behind the barrels over here, behind the barrels over there, no. In that case, logically, it's just on one of the shelves. There it is. The numeral below the coat of arms are 4 different numbers, not 1, combined with a second note we got that said that the numerals were actually... Like, the first numeral was 1 numeral, and then 3 others. The ultimate conclusion was that they were separately the numbers 1,211 and 2. And I suspected we could do some, like, numeral core stuff with that. Well, okay, more specifically, I tried numeral core stuff back when I thought the number was just the 4 digits 1,213. But what if we tried doing numeral core stuff with those 4 numbers individually? I think it's supposed to be, like... What if it's one massive number? Like 1,200,112. Because the rules for splitting up a number with more than 4 digits is to make smaller numbers out of them. So what if this is still like a valid numeral core thing? Oh, you know what? For the heck of it, let's numeral core this sucker. On the assumption that it is just those 4 numbers that we do math with. You won't see this because it's going to be based on my notes. So in the meantime, yeah, enjoy the fire. Enjoy the fire right here. Just take a good old look at that. Why don't you? Yeah. Okay, let me get my numeral core notes just so I can remember the process. Where are my notes for the... Did I not take notes? Dovecoat draft rules, geography. Oh, here we are, numerics. Okay. To recap the nature of numeric cores. By the third eras, they'd fallen completely... Okay. Steps to find it. Take any number with 4 more digits without changing the sequence, split that number into 4 smaller numbers. Next, assign each a different color, resulting in a valid mathematical equation that produces the smallest whole number possible. First number should always be assigned teal to begin with, a positive number. If the result is a number with more than 3 digits, repeat the above process. The final number you obtain that is less than 4 digits is considered the numeric core of the larger number. The example they give is 86455, and that the numeric core is 18. Via 86455, and via plus 8 minus 6 times 45 divided by 5. What we have here, in theory, is 1,211 and 12. And looking at it, I do think that this is what you would have to split up 1,200,112 into. Simply because, well, something's gonna have... You want the numbers to sort of pan out to be the smallest numbers they can be, I assume. Hence why they picked 45 for the split. Something needs to be a 4-digit number, and the smallest 4-digit number you could possibly make is the 1,000. Then something needs to be a 3-digit number, just to file it down, and you get 200. And then you do either 1 and 12 or 11 and 2. And 11 and 2 has the smaller big number. So it seems self-consistent in that way, but either way, I think we have just been given 4 different numbers to do numerics on. My immediate assumption, just given we have to keep the order the same, is to go 1,000 divided by 200. Because through that method, we will get ourselves all the way down to 5 immediately. But, you know, there are many possible options for doing this, so let's try some. Let's do 1,000. Okay, I'm just going to try every possible combination. There are only so many, because they all have to start with plus. Let's do the minus 200s. Let's do the times 200s. It is totally not the times 200s. And the divide by 200s. Those are 3 possibilities, and then for each of those possibilities, there are 2 possible configurations for the remainder. Grand total, because 1,000 has to be the plus, there are 6 possibilities. So let's just take out the multiplication options real quick. There is no way in heck that those are going to be the smallest possible number, unless it's a situation where we have to split it up. If it was minus 11 divided by 2, the end result would be an odd number divided by 2, so that's illegal. So it would have to be divide by 11 minus 2, but, you know, 200,000 divided by 11 is also not a whole number. So 100 times 200, out of the picture. Now that would be multiply and divide, divide and multiply. That 11 being prime is going to make any division of it very difficult. But in the 1,000 minus 200 cases, we would have 800. Times 11 would be 8,800. Divided by 2 would be 4,400. Meanwhile, the 800 divided by 11 is illegal. This is annoying because 4,400 is actually a valid number. If it's the smallest valid number of all the possibilities, we will have to do numeric core stuff on it again. Okay, now for the divide bys. The possibilities coming out of that are subtract and multiply versus multiply and subtract. So 1,000 divided by 200 is a solid 5. 5 minus 11 would be negative 55. Times 2 would be negative 110. I believe when it says whole number, does that imply positive? I'm a fan of math, but I'm not a fan of... Okay, whole numbers are non-negative integers. This answers the questions that I foolishly had a long time ago. So negative numbers are invalid because they are not a whole number. They're an integer, and it's negative. Whole number implies positive. Good to know. So 5 times 11 is 55, minus 2 is 53. 53 is smaller than 4,400, so we don't have to worry about the 4,400. And so the numeric core of that, theoretically, is 53. And that's all well and good, but I have absolutely no context for how I would even possibly use that. Yeah. I hear you, trophy room. Okay, let's head back to the Foundation, head west, and then maybe back up. At least we got the steps for today. This is an unpleasant choice. Do I confront the spiral or gain hope? Spiral or hope? I'm going hope. We're here for the hope. Items are hope. Look at all the hope we just got. The hope has stayed alive a lot longer than I was expecting. You know what, we're in the office. How about we celebrate with a good old selection of figuring out how things are going in the greater staff. We got new mail. don't have much to say, but I hope you are doing well, Simon. Some days I wonder if he's even reading these. We must be patient and wait. We will return to the estate when Master Simon has done all he has set out to do alone. Okay. Yep, no more messages here. We proceed. Another question of hope. I pick hope. Oh. I think this furnace is close enough. If we get the freezer on rank 8, I think this furnace is acceptable. However, it also makes our odds worse for doing hope stuff. All of these have detriments. I'm going to pick furnace and just run away. And hope I haven't ruined everything. Here we go, here we go. Hope? Hope? This isn't looking like hope. It's close. It's close to hope. Hoping for a left turn door, please. Thank you. Hope has been expended. We must now fall back on our original plans. In particular, I'm looking for the coat check. There it is. I appreciate your compliance. Now we just sort of explore. It'd be weird to get another conservatory. I don't expect it. It doesn't matter. We're out of rooms today. I can't imagine this laboratory experiment would do anything at such a late juncture in the day. It's the only one that could conceivably do anything, but I think we've already burned our chances. I don't mind. Who knows? There might be an apple in here. There wasn't. Okay, with no more options remaining, we may leave. But we will need to leave through the roundabout method of going to the observatory, then back to coat check, then to the break room. So, back out through the mechanarium, office, den, conference, foundation, bedroom, observatory. Do that. Head back up here. And then head back down again. That's a little silly. Fortunately, we had sauna yesterday, so it is absolutely no struggle for us. I'll even enjoy a lunch. No worries, I did pick up the telescope. Okay, back to the observatory. I think I can understand why Clara may have gone insane, mildly. Staring deep into the spiral. Struggling with the fact that at some point the spiral starts staring back. It even sort of looks like an eye if you stare at it too long, like I have. Very spooky. I'm spooked by it. Makes me go, ah. Okay, then we're getting another one. Getting another conditional on the spiral. Ain't that lovely? Ain't that just lovely? Was today a failure? I can't imagine it was. I feel like we did such good things today. We didn't get any memos, but there's only really so many memos we can get. We want the blue one. We want the classroom, so the classroom's gonna have to be a special day for that. Alright, let's check in our telescope. Walk back to break. Here we are. I am asleep. Cool. I've noticed, or at least I've had this, like, mental impression, that days in Blueprints like most of my days, there are specific days in Blueprints where I thought to myself, oh wow, that took like just about exactly an hour. And half-hour days as well, you know, for the smaller ones. So I've noticed that today, this stream, the days I've had have been 1 hour, 1/2 hour, and 1/2 hour respectively. It's almost like things will just partition cleanly like that. Still got Blessing of the Berry Picker. I just had a thought. If I can berry pick here, this could be an alternative to monking. It's going to depend very specifically on the wording of the rules. It could just re-roll a random outside room. Did we go to school today? We got some more classroom memos we could do. Memos seem to be the objective recently. I think this wouldn't be a waste. But I do kind of want to pick the berry and see what happens. Ah, let's go to school. Lock that in. It's a school day. Time to learn. What's your favorite traditional school subject? I don't think it would be any surprise to you to hear that mine is math. Ooh, early store. Got the gems. You got some gems. I'll take it. Shovel, salt. Alright, we're in a decent spot. I would always prefer more gems than the amount of gems that I currently have. But for what we have, seems like an acceptable start. Ooh. Dormitory is a bedroom, and it plays well with our traditional bedroom strats. The actual effect of dormitory is not so important. I want to keep closed exhibit for later. We could pick a berry. Just to see what happens. It's the laundromat. That could be valuable. I can imagine us cashing in for gems or keys. It's just one. Okay, 9 times 2 is 18. I wasn't paying attention to something. -5. Oh, for just failure of order of operation. I went here, here, and here instead of going here, here, here. Okay, so -10, 4. It's 4. Ooh, compound. 10 minus 3 is 7. Squared is 50. No, it's 49. Reverse is 94. Plus 6 is 100. Divided by 5 is 20. Wacky. Oh, right, it's a school day. I already forgot. Oops. Okay, if it's a school day, I'm burying this. Wait. Be tactical. You may be wondering to yourself right now, Exception, what are you doing? I'll tell you what I'm doing. I'm winning. Now imagine we get Freezer. And then, like, I don't know, Monk the Study or something. You see the genius of my strategy. Great. Now the only problem is that I've completely bungled our money. And that may be a problem if we want to buy stuff at the kitchen. You're already pretty low on steps. So this is a new chest. I need to go to my new chest notes. Music cut off all spookily. Okay, so this is a white sun. If this is a green memo, it will be false. Blue. Spooky. The symbol is used to denote the unknown death in the number 8. Makes sense to me. I kind of got the death vibes from its associations with Draxus, the dead. Library, please. Kind of holding off doing classrooms until we get to the future. We have a magnifying glass. I know I probably did this already, but I am going to just check the stamps. That's still a really good slogan. Moving on. Gift shop. It's been a while, but I also think we're out of things to buy. Same with bookshop. I guess it wouldn't hurt to draft one classroom. I don't want to draft another classroom. Because according to my list of many memos, we have classroom notes for 1st grade, 6th grade, and 8th grade. Which means that this would be a loss of intel if we were to draft it this soon. Technically. I'm also getting real inconvenienced by the fact that I haven't reached a proper dead end yet. I want to go do the foundation strats. Fine. I'll bury. What the heck? Okay, forget the foundation strats. We have Rotunda. Actually, there's still a room for foundation strats. We just have it be the south and east. Now this is interesting. This could be our secret path to get straight to Classroom 2. I shall pursue this for the good of the memos. For the memos are good for us all. It's time. Give me grade 2. Hello. This was the math quest. Okay. We're getting some memos for math. Some mathematical memos. Where are they hiding? There's an apple. Wow, I've really bungled today's estate, haven't I? The memos for each particular classroom are hidden in separate locales, so there's no one-size-fits-all solution for just saying where they're going to be. That said, there could be a one-size-fits-all strategy for finding them that I'm failing to do. Maybe my strategy is simply to look for them. What do you think about that? They could be hidden on like the side edge or part of a chair or seat. I don't see them on the sides of the seats. It could be in a drawer. Take a wide look around. Don't see them on the backs of chairs. Don't see them on the seat part of the chair. I don't see them in the drawers of the desks. Don't see them on this wall of the desks. Don't see them on this wall of the desk. Check the edges. Behind the flag. Negative on the flag. I still think that these shelves are the most likely option. The board in the cubbies, not on the board, not behind the board. This shelf is looking clear. Exterior edges, nothing on the edges. Nothing up there. Okay, I've successfully examined that wall. The desk, edges of the desk, bottom interior, top interior. In between. Hidden under a paper. Hidden under that paper. Maybe hidden under one of the tests. Don't see it there. Don't see it there. Do not see it here. Am failing to observe it in this location. Chalk. Very cubular chalk. Not seeing it at the desk. Not on the whiteboard. More shelves, more potted plant. Only so many places it could be hiding, and I'm running out of shelving. Aha! The figure of 8, in its symbolic guise as infinity, has long served as a vessel of both death and the unfathomable. Well, awkwardly, this is very similar to the one we just got elsewhere. Classroom 2. Infinity symbol serves as a vessel of death and the unfathomable. Okay, good to know. We may now proceed to classroom 3. There it is. Hello. Alright, and this one was science class, of course. Wonder if the note would be in a place... I knew it would be something science-related. The scientific foundation of architectural drafting combined advanced principles of spatial suspension and temporal anchoring, was developed and refined at the Farias High Institute of Costa Rica at the beginning of their realm's 15th era. What the heck does this mean? Okay, so the whole drafting thing isn't just a Mount Holly thing. It's a thing. It's a capital T, lowercase h-i-n-g, capital T, but like really small up above, and then a second capital up above M, which I guess people call superscript. Classroom 3. Architectural drafting is based on spatial suspension and temporal anchoring. It was developed and refined at the Farias High Institute of Costa Rica at the start of their realm's 15th era. Okay, so what this tells me is that the whole drafting shenanigan is canonical. It also tells us that each realm has their own era calendar. That's what I'm getting out of that each realm has their own eras. So the eras of one place might not be the same era as another. I wonder if the reason that Fen Ares and Araja Well, because they were both originally Orinda areas, that might be why they share some era classifications. Like, I'm pretty sure they still use the same eras 1 through 5 system that we know now. There's a break room. We do need to hold off on a few classrooms to get back to rank 8. So that we can get classroom grade 4. Hello. Okay, I mean, I don't really need to do this. Might be a special key I care about. Let's see here. 10 times 14 is 140. Rounded to the nearest whole 100 is 100. Divided by 10 is 10. Really complicated way of just saying 10. Okay, 30 minus 4 is 30. Minus 5 is 20. Minus 8 is 20. Minus 3 is 20. It's 20. Okay, let's see here. 13 times 2 is 26. Wait, why did I say... Yeah, no, I said that correctly. $13 times 2? Oh, no. There's the next to the 2. 13 times 1 is 13. There we go. Garden. In the garden. Looking for East Wing here. Maybe I could have used a special key and that would have been... Conference room is an acceptable compromise. Apple. Alright, time to go to school, hopefully. Yes. Would have loved the study, but the memos take priority over the mechanism to get the memos. This one I'm interested in. Grade 4? What kind of lore am I gonna get from this memo? Because it's about the world, and the world lore is like the part of the lore I like the most. It's cool and interesting and stuff. Alright. Memos on the chairs? No. I wonder if the color of the chairs changing between one classroom and another means something. Maybe this is the developer of the game specifically's opinionated opinion on what color folder to use for each... Like, what color is associated with each class topic. Is green geography to you? Interesting. I'm learning stuff. Maybe it doesn't have to be meta. Maybe this is just Herbert's opinion. We are on rank 8. Had to do a sanity check. Wait, check the drawers, check the drawers. Negative on the drawers. Check the chairs. Front of chairs look clean. Seat of chairs look clean. Back of chairs look clean. The tests don't have a memo jutting out underneath them or anything. There it is. Of the 3 major expeditions to the South Key, only one party returned. The cartographers among them conducted a cautious survey of the coastline, but refrained from making landfall. Interesting. Or 3 expeditions to south to the southern key. Only one returned. They charted the coastline, but refrained from making landfall. Does this imply that no one on the entire planet has gone to the South Pole, or at least Antarctica, the Antarctical equivalent, and lived? Does that mean nobody's done it? It's a completely unexplored continent. Spooky. Alright, now what the heck do we do for the rest of this? If we want more memos, it'd have to be classrooms over there. And the only way to do that would be to go through security. And get really lucky. I think for the time being, let's just go back to our other objective right here. Okay, what's our next spiral? Then lose! Okay, I think the spiral is maybe betraying me. Oh, this is the perfect spot for the code check telescope. Thank you. I have reason to believe that the spiral is betraying me and my trust. I was already annoyed when it had reached to the end of ranks. And now I'm losing something. Lose 3! This is an outrage. This is an outraged about this. The stars have betrayed me. We're gonna be desperate for a dining room, huh? I have an idea. (15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7). It's gonna be close, but I have an idea. This helps. This helps the idea. This also keeps us surviving. Take that apple. Okay, this is a classroom that we don't have the memo for, but I hesitate to use my reroll, so we may need to just burn some classrooms just to get up north. If that's the case, then the classrooms that we will want on the 8th rank are grade 7 and the final exam. I'm sorry I'm missing out on art class. Hopefully you can forgive me. Okay. I mean, I don't really care, but okay. Okay, here's the plan. We are praying that this door is locked. Failure. Colossal failure. The run is dead. This is actually really bad. Okay, there is no more memos we can get today. We ran out of space. Thank you. I can at least survive. But I suppose this means that there's nothing much else for us to do. Like, I can wrap things up now that I know that there's nothing else. Let's see here. 19, 18, 17, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 15, 12, 11, 10, 9. Maybe I should have just drafted another classroom. I got unlucky at the final bell. Maybe I could have manipulated my luck slightly better. I'm okay with it. We got what we came for. More memos. It's fine. It's fine. We got like 3 more memos. I cannot complain about this. That's like a lot of memos. Okay, did we put the telescope back? We put the telescope back. We're in the break room. There's nothing left for us to do. Proceed. Another solid 30-minute-ish day. Cool. Alright, so what's that leave us in terms of memos remaining? We are missing Classroom 5, 7, 9, Chamber of Mirrors, Freezer, and the blue one. Not many. See what we can do in a new day. No mailroom. I'm going to take a tomb. I don't really care for the tomb power. The Geist bedroom will give us a few more rerolls, and that's nice. I'm thinking about the sweepstake, kinda. Don't really have a good scheme for that. Speaking of dead ends that I like, I have not seen Bunk Room in a long time. Oh, look. Die. 4 of them. It's a good pun. Workshop forward. It possesses a metal detector. That's free stuff. Next up this way, we could go for Den. For options, I would like a crack at the conservatory. There it is. Alright. What do we got here? Okay. Chapel, I am happy to keep that commonplace. Parlor, happy to keep it commonplace. I accept all of these. These are all fine. Speaking of. May as well. I'm our way up the side here. We're kind of having an uncomfortable density of path options. This is not what you want to see. Oh, a tunnel, a tunnel, a tunnel. Oh, there's a question when you observe a tunnel. If we barrel our way north, then make our way across, we could get some memo options. I'm gonna set this tunnel and hold off on pursuing it until later. That's gonna be like our final hurrah. Things I want in the meanwhile. Solarium would be nice. I could prep the banner of the king. Other than that, just business as usual. Open doors. Oh, you know, something I would really like is some keys. Preferably soon. I guess that means I want a break room. I want the locksmith. Hey, there's Solarum. Yum. We've got good chances at accessing the blue one in the draft now. So I'm going to try and burn out, just place down some lesser rooms. And then entrust our future to the future. This will give us 2 keys. Is that good enough right now? I guess it is. Okay. Well, there's proof it can happen. Too early, though. Too soon. This won't give me a lot. It actually will give me 1. Oh, it's lose 3 steps. That's actually fine. And it solved our key problem. What a relief. Kendall, do I own a shovel? No. Would I rather just take the key, gems, and go? What did you forget? Also, congratulations on remembering. Oh yeah, good morning. Okay, well, we got some resources. We could head north. I'm gonna go foundation words. We could use some step economy. Might help. I went the wrong way. I just sort of autopiloted to the inner sanctum. My bad. I'm having a hard time parsing your sentence, but I do appreciate... Okay. I'm glad you're having a good time. Well, there it is again. This is actually very bad for us. I mean, this just translates to a dead end. Three gems out of it. I think you're using the word peak too much in one sentence. I'm getting confused. It's starting to stop feeling like a word anymore. Acceptable. Acceptable losses. Do I have sledge? I have sledge. Hello, sledge. Kennel is straightforward, and it leads us straight forward. Vault is money. We don't need money. It just is cool to have money. If we can get to rank 8, we got 6 rerolls to get the blue one. You know what? Fine. I'm curious. Okay, white moon box. Get my box notes. So, white moon. But pink with moon, box with sun are always true. Sanctum key, no prize exists. Wait, box. Okay, open this up. Green. There are 3 memos with false statements in the clock tower. Now, I just realized that I was doing a false negation of logic earlier. I once got a memo earlier that said the next 3 green memos in this room are true. But I only know that at least one of them will be false, not which ones are false. It might not be all of them. So I don't actually know if there's more than meets the eye to the den. I don't know if there are 3 memos with false statements in the clock tower. I will have to go check. Now that one's an easy one to verify. Just go back to the clock tower puzzle and solve that. Okay, do we have a left turn? We do have a left turn. I will gladly burn all of my keys just to get through. Got it in 1! Okay, this is our moment. This is the moment we burn every single reroll we have. We just need the blue one. Not going well. And we officially have a failure. Unfortunate. Bury it. Just go wild. It's the laundromat. Okay. I've made some mistakes. I don't think it can spawn here. Well, there's coat check. The step economy today is atrocious. I am going to get coat check, but I am not going to... Oh, hey, a reroll. But I'm not going to pursue it further. Well, I tried. Okay, if that one's bunk, then this one must be the door. Sure. Pass out your pencils. Power source. I'm not even sure what I'm looking for anymore. I think this is what I'm looking for. I think I'm looking to enjoy a lunch. I will take the vault because it's cool. Now we can really afford stuff at the kitchen. And it occurs to me that we can do the laundering again. I went back here with a... oh, right, I wanted to get to rank 8 to dining room. Yes. Okay, now I think we do telescope, but the odds of us doing... there's actually pretty decent odds we can't make it back. This is the furnace pizza, so we will be only getting 20. Okay. We might lose the telescope coat check strategy today. It's detecting the money. It's almost certainly detecting the money. I'm gonna take a quick detour to the laundromat. Just, get ourselves some key. I played that wrong. I should have swapped keys and gems and then gotten gems. It's fine. I'm burning steps on this, though. I don't need... I want to make sure that there's money remaining. Not in my hands because I'm laundering stuff. Now I take the money. Yeah, the laundry machine swapped out the resources you have at, like, equal rates. So if I swap out money for something else, I lose all the money. Oh, it's worse than I thought. I'm gonna have to go all the way. Well, let's hope we find a kitchen. Need a kitchen, gotta buy all of the kitchen food. I could force a kitchen. I have the banner. But I don't have much room. Mountain. A lot of mountain around here. Kind of like it's the major geological feature of this area. Oh wait, if I go back to the observatory, I'm going to lose 3 steps again. I think we need to abandon the coat check telescope thing. We don't have the stamina for it today. Especially when I lose 3 steps here. Vector, thank you. Here we go. Or... Oh, it's worse than I thought. It's worse than I thought. Okay, we have one objective. And it's disgusting. Relocate our posteriors to rank 8. Hope, above all hope, that we just get. Oh, this is really tempting, actually. Having the extra side door, this would forego the tunnels, but it would give us hope. I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll freaking do it. Idea. We hold off until the very last second to cash that in. Right now, we just go north. I'm hoping there's food in here. Really. Lockpick is immaterial with 19 keys. 3 more keys is immaterial with 19 keys and a lockpick. This is lethal. I'm picking a berry. Acceptable. Oh, prism key gives me an even better out. Give me passage. What? Oh, right. It's... I was mistaken on what it does. It duplicates the color, not... Alright, yeah. Okay, we need Cloister of Rinna just so we can go north. But now, increase your luck each green room you draft from this cloister. I don't know if that's a permanent increase. The concept of luck is esoteric. Okay. Alright. Oy, oy, oy. Alright, Prince. See what you got. Ooh, that could be the Hail Mary we need. Oh. Huh. Alright. Moment of truth. We have 1 reroll and 1 berry. We've done it. Oh, that is a relief. Now let's get this dang memo. But you put it on the throne, you crafty buggers. No, I was incorrect. You put it here. The family core is kept in the family vault. The family core is kept in the family vault. Does the family vault mean the vault? Can I even make it back? 32, 31, 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25. 20. I'm miscounting. 32, 31, 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21. let's say 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10. I can make it back. We could check the vault. The family core. Do they mean like family numeric core? Because if they mean the family numeric core, then it might be that 1,200 thing. Which means 53. Stop beeping at me. And if they mean the... Oh, okay. I don't have a vault key. But... Okay, like crazy thing. What if it's like the family vault is kept in the family core? Like, what if it's like box 53? I'm opening this, by the way. Hilariously, I can't get there. But that doesn't matter. What matters is that we have a... I'm putting a lot of personal weight on this clue, if only because I have to trust that they would hide the most important memo in the throne room. This might be a false assumption I am making, and admittedly I am making it a little bit out of desperation. Okay, out of a desire for nothing bad to happen to me, I am simply going to select the pump room and move on. I have running shoes, so I'm a bit ahead of schedule on the steps requirement. There is one bad thing. I don't think we've drafted break room at all today. So we will be losing foundation strats imminently. That's not too disastrous. It just means we'll need to take a day to reinstate them. Just have a day where the most important thing we do is get the break room instantly. I'm running out of memos to get clues from. We've just got the throne room. It's just the mirrors, the freezer, and the outlying classrooms left. If there's anything left, it has to be this. The family core. The family vault. Well, hold on. Can I get some corroborating intel on that? A secure on-site depository fitted with steel walls and numbered lockers. This fortified stronghold holds a guard portion of the Sinclair fortune, despite the fact that several inventories have led accountants to assume the true legacy is elsewhere. Okay, so it is the family vault, conceptually. That's what I was checking there. Vault of the family, so to speak. It's the family's vault. We made it back, so we can telescope. We can code check the telescope back again. And I will code check the telescope, even though I could also code check the security card. That is a conscious decision. I'm keeping it there. Okay, in we go. Okay, so family vault. Where's the family core? Oh, this was also conveniently the place with the treasure map. I don't have a shovel and I can't get one. I'm just gonna assume that doesn't matter. If it's... If it's like the family core is the thing, it would be this one. Now I don't have a key for it. I worry that the thing I'm looking for is the treasure map and I need a dang shovel. But I can't get a shovel. There's no shovel. Family core is kept in the family vault. The family core is kept in the family vault. 1,211.2. We did the math on that. It was 1,000 divided by 200 is 5 times 11 is 55 minus 2 is 53. So I think what we're gonna be looking for is maybe, I don't know, a key here or some way to input the code. This treasure map is giving me concern because I don't have anything to dig with. Observation. Telescope in hand. This is going to wreak havoc on our steps. But we have the economy for it. Okay, not that bad. Not taking Draxus. Telescopma. Then what? What kind of secret horrors they got prepared for me, huh? I'm afraid. Okay, welcome to grade 4. Technically, the next one is in memo range. Maybe I got a little too excited making rooms. That said, we got plenty of room to spare. Let's just barge forward in as straight a line as possible. Just avoid classrooms until we get to the upper ranks, at which point we just hope we get lucky enough to pick one up. Okay, this is dead-end territory. I'll take a casino. We've made most of our purchases today. Let's just do a spin at the old table. How much we want to wager? Let's wager 20. I'm hoping for like an allowance increase, maybe. Nothing. Oh well. Worth a shot. Alright, Chapel. Looking for a way north, please. Well, this stinks. I missed the armory. I really do miss the armory, huh? Gear rooms, gear rooms. How many gear rooms do we have? Security exists. The Mechanarium will be one. And that is it. I will go for library for guaranteed north. Now, if something's archived and it's only got one gem, we are going to assume it is the classroom. Never mind. We removed the price of classroom, so it would be an archive no price thing. Regardless, this is a win. This is grade 5. There's a new memo for us for art class. I wonder what it'll say. My guess it'll say something about the letter missing puzzle. Maybe it'll say something about who wrote the pieces of art in the gallery. Maybe it'll say something about who made these arts. Oh, that was easy. The illustrations in The Red Prince and Swinburne were made by Marion Marigold herself. Okay. Illustrations in Red Prince and Swimbird were made by Marion herself. I'm just gonna write Marion. I know what we mean by Marion. Okay, here's the trick. We step out, go back to the archives. Why am I doing this? Because we already have grade 6. We need to get the grade 6 classroom down somewhere. So I'm just going to populate other places until I find it. And then we'll head back up. Might be this. It wasn't. Archive is making this tricky. What could you possibly be that I wouldn't like? I'm happy with this. There we go. There's grade 6. A memo we already have. This gives us the leeway to go back up, put classroom grade 7 on rank 8. Then we will snake our way up here through the archive somehow, put down classroom number 8, and then classroom number 9 will hopefully be on the 8th rank once more. Zoopity zoop. What stinks is that this could be it. No. What stinks is this could be it. No. Oh, what stinks is it could be it. I have to try. Failure. Okay, so in all likelihood, we will not be getting every single classroom memo today. It's the archive's fault. But that doesn't mean we're out of options. After all, we can still draft. There are still areas on rank 8 available. Gonna go through the luxury room just so that we can guarantee. So now we have another chance. A slim one, but a chance. Incredible. Grade 7. Algebra. Okay, what is the memo today? Where is the memo today? Trying to preempt any sneakiness, hiding it in the shelves, the cubbies. Everything's looking pretty normal, but you never know with the memos. I guess they really had to work to find locations for the memo in the classroom. Because for the classroom specifically, they have to fit so many memos in one room, as opposed to just the normal one per room. This is a different desk than previous desks. Hidden below. Filing cabinet looks clean. Oh. Chalk. The 3 advanced operations in modern mathematics are squaring, inversion, and rounding. Okay. Makes sense to me. Okay. It's time. No, it is not time. Time is canceled. We need to get classroom 8 down somewhere else so that we can get the final exam in an appropriate locale. You. Okay. Our best odds would be to draft it from the other classroom. Simply because we get so many rerolls off of that. But it could be you. It wasn't you. I can fight the tides. Could be that one. There it is. That's grade 8. And that's a Rajan. Okay. There's one classroom left. Can we get full classroom memoage today? Very exciting if yes. Here we go. I don't even care about the exam, I just care about the memo. It could be that. It could be that. Could be that. Hope. Hope. Failure. Okay. Well, this isn't without benefit. We do need to check the telescope. But that's gonna constitute a failure. Okay, we have every single classroom memo except the final exam. That's funny. On a whim. No. I was going to check something silly. Okay, well, today is done with. We can just make our way home. And our way home... Oh, wait, we're already in a break room. I saw the break room down south, and I was like, okay, we go there. No, we're already at one. Cool. So, that's almost every classroom accounted for. We have one left. But I'm sure we can fight for it in the future. Preferably on a day without the archive. Still, a lot of good we did, despite everything. We coat-checked the telescope away. We've got the security pass back. Everything's been realigned. The stars have betrayed us still. How about we go one more day just to get some observatory action in? Do another round of the stargazing. I hope that the stars will stop betraying me in the future. I really appreciated what it did for me when it gave me a bunch of keys and gems. But the devastation that came from losing almost all of my steps in one fell swoop has scarred me somewhat. That's not really the behavior you do to a friend. And I like to think that the stars and I were on friendly terms. Apparently not. Okay, we could burn steps instead of gems. We could just get tomb. Let's just get tomb. Good house to get. Tomb house. Start the drafts. Nothing too unusual today. We just want observatory, coat check, and break room. I guess I'll take corridor. The foundation strats are very likely to be short-circuited today. Perhaps not. Observatory real. Okay, hit me. Gain. I like gain. You're starting to win me back with the gain there, stars. Ooh, a lot of rerolls today. Or do I want to go for the conservatory? I think I'll go for Geist. There's like 6 rerolls right here. Available at your local store. It's not even a store, it's a bedroom. You could sleep there. And get a good night's rest. That is an absolutely fine room to put there. Alright, let's charge vaguely that way. Gonna try and go horizontal and snake our way back down. I know I could make entrances at the entrance hall, but I don't want to backtrack with how much steps I've lost. That said, feeling more... Oh, wait a minute. I solved your puzzle. Go out through the basement. We have running shoes now. This will be free. I now feel confident that I can follow good drafting strategy practices. All that said, I could still really use a kitchen, some dining rooms, maybe the secret garden, but I'd have to make that one myself. Just the goods, the good stuff. Hello, entrance. I am back to entering. Workshop, good for a conservatory transition, I think. I will pick a storeroom, for it has items. Earth. Now when I gain money, I gain money. Not the corner room I was looking for there. Alright, you don't want to give me it? I will accept that. Hey. This could be a simple short day. Nothing complicated, just do the good stuff. Also, the sooner I do this, the less steps I'll lose. Yeah, okay, I'll just run up from here. 1, 2, yeah, we have the bedroom, it's fine. I didn't account for the bedroom in my earlier math. Okay, what do I gain? Then gain 1. Gain 1 what? Looking forward to your report next time. Stars, what am I gaining? What do I gain? I'm taking pantry for the tiny amount of food it will give me. I have an idea. The idea is a go. Okay. Step 1 of the idea is going to require intervention by forces that are not my own. I'm going to hope I reroll in the freezer here. Unlucky. Let's see, Mechanarium, Workshop. That's it. That's all. Classroom it is. At least they'll give me some more reroll power that I just burned through. Why am I trying to get freezer? You know, for the memo. It's a good room to get right there. Come on, freezer. No freezer. I know this was a long shot, but I thought the shot was a little closer than this. I think this happened because I did not do enough drafting strategy goodness. I have no one to blame but myself. And I have nothing else to do, really, except maybe find a tomorrow room. You got a way of being real funny, game. Some extra keys for tomorrow. Could find another tomorrow room of some kind, maybe, perhaps, sorta. Really, at this point, I'm just sort of walking through the house, casually, with no real aim or purpose. At some point, I will stop and head back to the break room, or perhaps draft the second break room and save myself the trip. I've already returned the telescope, so I don't have to worry about that. A lot of rooms. Oh, there's something I could do. Read another memo. Let's see. Pink wavy. Interesting. Let's take a look. Pink wavy green. I have been told that green memos in pink boxes are always false. The true treasure of the trove is in the house. False. Okay, we know that's a lie. I guess I could read up on this. Yep, nothing more. I figure they're out of things to say. We're out of conversation topics. Out of curiosity, I wonder how well we did on sweepstakes stuff. Probably not a lot. Well, we have a break room right here, so we don't have to worry about that issue anymore. Any other tomorrow rooms might be a benefit. Guess I'll just fill in the world with dead ends, see if we don't just accidentally win the sweepstakes. Never mind, we are out. All right. I think we're gonna call it there. We've had our days. We did okay. A lot of new memos. Got the final sanctum key. I'm so happy that's resolved. But I still feel a little aimless in my goals, especially now that I don't have a sanctum key to pursue. We've got a handful of memos outlying. There's some mystery going on with the coat of arms MCCXIII. There is something with the vault. I just don't know what it is yet. Maybe I'll contemplate, and on another day where I'm feeling like just casually meandering about the house, we will casually meander about the house. See ya tomorrow in the tomorrow rooms. I'm Exception. This isn't TV. Have a good day and good night.